Woo! Yeah, buddy. I'm chili cheese Frito be hitting y'all. I'm celebrating because that landslide is coming. Come on, Patriots, dance with me now. I'm almost done eating these chili cheese Frito. Come on, y'all dance with me. Do I gotta turn on some music? We don't need no music. Yeah. Y'all move them shoulders. Left, right, left, right. That landslide coming. Landslide. Landslide. Trump 2024. Right in your grandma car. And it don't work no more. Yeah. Woo! I'm here for it, y'all. Seeing CNN turn on Democrats. Boy, this is... Oh, man. We're living in a time, ain't we? We're living in the biggest history yet, y'all. And I tell you, I love y'all, man. And I'm wishing the best in all you guys' life as we go through this fast time travel that we live in. You know. But you should be fired up to go to that voting booth, boy. Fired up. And now you got Obama and Nancy Pelosi had a private conversation about Biden and the future of his 2024 campaigns. You can't make this up, y'all. They are shaking out their shoes. They're throwing their hat on the floor. They're knocking stuff over. They're mad. Yeah, I know they had to pop Benadryl, melatonin, pain relievers. She had. I think Nancy had to drink a Pepto-Bismol. They are freaking out, y'all. They are sick to their stomach that this landslide is coming. But hey, you dug your own hole. Elderly abuse. And we ain't forgot about you, Jill. Hands behind your back. And you go in there and knock on the door and get Hunter out of there. You bring your hands behind both of y'all back. Everybody. And Nancy, breathe in this walkie-talkie, ma'am. Hands behind your back. She's drunk. Hands behind your back. Look at this walkie-talkie. What does that say? That is above the legal limit. Woo! Just imagine that conversation between Obama and Nancy Pelosi about Biden. Just imagine how that went. Oh, Barack. He's not going to beat him. He's not going to beat him. A landslide is coming, Barack. A threat to our democracy, our sweet democracy. Woo! Oh boy. Oh man, I can't wait for November, y'all. And hopefully we can go back inside the grocery store proudly with a smile on our face. You know, that people get held accountable. That we can actually go inside the gas station once again. That this thing can turn around. You know, that people get to live an amazing life in this very, very fast time travel. Because right now, we're struggling. Everybody's struggling. We're a complete laughing stock. And it's just, people don't even want to walk outside anymore. Look where we're at now. Look at all the policies in place, the problems, the issues. Look where we're at, man. Now we got to worry about the president every single day. He goes viral every single day on the world stage. Calling his vice president Trump. Ukraine, you called Ukraine's Putin. He called him Putin, y'all. Every single day, the president of the United States is going viral for the wrong reasons. All we've seen is elderly abuse, and it's sad. It's heartbreaking. It's not funny. I know we laughing and everything, but it's not funny, man. So I'm here for all these meltdowns, people freaking out. They completely just, don't know what to do. Shaking their heads, walking out of meetings, stopping fundraising. They just stopped, what was it, $90 million today on hold until he drops out. They're done. We want a new nominee. The Holly Weirdos are frustrated and mad. Some of the top donors. Yeah. Senate Democrats are now want a new nominee, a new candidate. And most of them are scared to throw Kamala up there. It's going to be an ultra landslide. Oh! Woo! Let's get into it, y'all. Let's watch this. I know I done talked up 5 minutes. I apologize, y'all. I apologize. I really do. This is getting good, though.
More Democrats publicly call on President Biden to bow out.
Y'all got me choking over here, man. This is getting so good. Y'all got your boy choking over here, boy.
Out. What is happening in private right now, the most telling and possibly the most consequential. CNN reporting this morning, Barack Obama and Nancy Pelosi have had behind-the-scenes discussions about Joe Biden's fitness and how to move forward. Their talks focusing on how much harder it's become for the president to beat Donald Trump. The takeaway that we are reporting is that neither one of them is quite sure what to do. I guess
they're not sure what to do, y'all. That landslide is coming. That truck's running good, Patriots. Shout out to all the beautiful Patriots, my brothers and sisters around the world. It's coming, y'all. I hope y'all are ready. Some of y'all are already celebrating, boogieing right now. Move them shoulders. Move them shoulders now. I know some of y'all got bad knees. At least you could do is move them shoulders, y'all. Move them shoulders. Come on, it's time to dance. Get that barbecue pit ready. Get it ready. Make sure that food got a little seasoning on it. I remember in 2016, y'all didn't season the food all the way. Some of it was missing seasoning on some of the food now. Make sure we ain't gonna do that like we did in 2016 now. Come on.
mirrors the country, or the Democratic Party anyway. Earlier this week, the former speaker raised quite a few eyebrows when she appeared to, quite frankly, kick the exit door back open for Biden to walk through it.
It's up to the president to decide if he is going to run. We're all encouraging him to make that decision because time is running short.
No, Nancy. He already said he's going to run. I'm gonna quote it word for word. I'm not going anywhere. I'm not going anywhere. Poor Nancy. Poor Nancy. Breathe in this walkie-talkie. It's above the legal limit. You're coming with us. Hands behind your back, ma'am.
Him to do whatever he decides to do. And that's the way it is.
So, of course, these remarks were so earth-shattering because the president, at this point, when she'd made those comments, already announced he was staying in the race. Isaac, this is your reporting with our colleague Jeff Zeleny. Kind of take us behind the scenes. I mean, President Obama has been so careful about how he's talked about this in public, the thinking being that President Biden is so prickly about his former boss that if Obama were to weigh in, say Biden should leave, it would actually have the opposite effect. What have you learned?
Look, part of the dynamic here is that the Obama-Biden relationship is much more complicated than people often understand it to be. They are friendly, they are not friends. One person who knows both of them said to me a couple years ago, neither one of these people really has friends, and they're certainly not friends with each other.
Sounds like me. No.
They have
need a friend in Washington, get a dog.
They have not been in contact as much over the last couple of years of Biden's presidency as people might think. They've talked a couple times, and Barack Obama has forever been skeptical about Joe Biden's chances as a presidential candidate. Part of the reason they picked him as vice president is they thought he would never run for president. Easy enough. In 2015, there was a moment in the summer there after Beau Biden died when Biden was thinking about getting into the race. And the way that Joe Biden remembers what happened, and he's written about this in his book, is that he says Barack Obama was not encouraging. Obama's sense of what happened in that conversation is different, notably, that he was just saying, focus on your grief. He was trying to say to Biden, this is going to be a really hard race. Are you sure you're up for it? Now, fast forward to right now. I talked to a number of people about this who said, not only would it be complicated for all the other reasons for Obama to step in, but that if he said to Joe Biden, someone said to me, you should step aside, that Biden's reaction would basically be, well, Mr. President, you used that chip in 2015, and that's what got us Donald Trump. So basically saying, your judgment on this, that you may think is the thing to do, is not the right thing to do. I think also it taps into a lot of frustration that a lot of Democrats have had with Barack Obama since he left office, that he has really stepped away. Obama has a theory of why he's doing this, that it lets the next generation come up, that it doesn't.
Oh no, he's there. He is there. He's there. Oh no.
Trigger Donald Trump as much, all of that, but Obama is not prone to getting involved here. And if people have looked, every time they've looked to him over the last couple of years, say, save us, Barack Obama, his response has basically been, I'm going to stay right here for right now and not say anything.
Yeah. How is that helpful? I mean, and what do you make of these conversations also, Ashley? You've made your views of where you think the party should be very clear this morning. Well, these two seem to
look at everybody's body language. Ah! Look at everybody's body language, y'all. Hey, Patriots, look at all this. Ah! Woo! Yes, sir. It's coming. It's coming. That landslide. We're gonna throw baby oil down the slide. Yeah, you thought it was gonna be just a landslide, man. They're gonna grab baby oil and throw baby oil on the slide before we slide down it. Oh boy, this is gonna get good, boy. This is gonna get good. Oh boy, we got some big things coming up, y'all. Y'all ready for that VP? That VP pick is coming. Hey, man, it's gonna hit the. I'm telling y'all, it's gonna be just like this, man. I hope y'all are ready, man. I hope y'all are ready.
Disagree with you.
Well, I guess I just want people who are weighing in on this right now it is insufficient as a leader to say take step A, but not then how we get to Z. So people say step down Joe Biden, but they don't tell us then like, I'm going to throw all my support behind Kamala Harris, or we should run an open primary. That is, to me, is irresponsible. I also remember, I remember the day Beau Biden passed away. I was working at the White House at that time. I remember the day I was in the Rose Garden the day Donald Trump won, and President Obama told his whole team to support the process. I was someone I was probably like a lone wolf, but I was someone in 2015 that wanted Joe Biden to run for president, and I appreciated the grief, but I thought he could beat Donald Trump. And then we saw what happened with Hillary Clinton losing. So I understand, and I remember having conversations the day after Donald Trump lost in the West Wing, and people who we weren't like super senior folks that were like next to the president that day, but people saying, wow, I wish Joe Biden had run. So it is complicated. I think President Obama also realizes the weight he carries in the Democratic Party and doesn't take that lightly. So he is being thoughtful, because whether or not Joe Biden and him are best friends, he respects him as a colleague. You hear
these conversations, y'all? They know it's coming, man. They know it's coming. Or this wouldn't be happening right now. These conversations wouldn't even be, they wouldn't even be talking about this live on air if they knew this landslide wasn't coming. They know it's bad. They know this has been a complete circus, but hey, you dug your own hole. You dug your own hole. Like Granddaddy used to say, once you get on that horse, you about to ride it, or you'll get knocked off of it. Oh, y'all, man.
Respects the role that Joe Biden played for him as vice president, as being the first black person ever elected to the highest office of the land. And so I think he is taking that with a great weight, which is why he wants, if he's going to say something, he's not going to say, here's step A and figure the rest out. He's going to lay a pathway.
Isaac, what is the difference between, we've spent a bunch of time talking about Obama and that relationship, which I find fascinating, but Nancy Pelosi has been like taking, she has been lockstep with President Biden in all of the accomplishments that he has laid out, right? All the things he's the most proud of. And it does seem like she actually seems to be taking a leading role here, because I will say, having covered her for many years, if she knows how to do anything, sure, she runs House races every 2 years. A lot of them are competitive, but the woman knows how to win.
Yeah.
Right? And it's like the thing that is the most important to her.
She knows how to drink too, huh? I think she knows how to drink. Know how to put ice in the cup. How to mix it around. Breathe in this walkie-talkie. Hands behind your back. You're coming with us, ma'am.
And I think she understands better than anyone what the consequences would be if Donald Trump were to win the White House. We expect Republicans to win the Senate. The hope that they had was to hold on to the House of Representatives. Is that a message that you think she could deliver to Biden?
That is a message that a lot of her colleagues hope that she will deliver directly, and that they took from her appearance on the other network 2 days ago as saying that what they wanted to hear, and saying it directly to Joe Biden, basically. That caused a lot of heartache in the White House and in the Biden orbit that Pelosi did that. Look, she has been in Joe Biden's corner for a long time, including throughout this presidency. They've known each other for decades. She is older than he is. There is a power that she has to come in personally and politically, like you say, to make this case. Look, I don't know that we know who's going to be in control of the Senate when this is all done, but it doesn't look great for Democrats, and they know that.
It didn't look great before.
It didn't look great before that. Yeah. There are so many Democrats who are so petrified in their House races now, people who were not worried a couple of weeks ago. And of course, the presidential race. So she could have that real power. She has been talking about it with Obama. They are concerned. They were concerned before. They are more concerned now. And it is a dynamic that they are trying to work out of how to relay this message to Biden in a way that gets him to a decision. I mean, at least in Pelosi's mind, it seems very clear that what she wants the decision to be.
Well, and Doug High, I mean, Pelosi also has the benefit of having shown how to pass the torch.
Yes.
In a pretty, I mean, look, it was masterful what she did. She avoided the kind of infighting that can really do damage to political standing. And she looked around and said, okay, my time has passed. And she handed it to younger people.
So as one of the architects of the Fire Pelosi campaign in 2010, I have nothing but respect. Nothing but respect for her abilities on that. And this is where we see the public versus private be a push versus pull. And what we're seeing on the inside game is Pelosi and Obama, they're trying to pull Joe Biden out of this race. The push is George Clooney. And what George Clooney did was, it's very easy for a Republican to dismiss Hollywood actor, but I remember watching TV
Hollywood
after it came out, and Harvey Levin of TMZ was on local Fox News here, which means he was on a lot of local Fox Newses. And I'll talk about the Harvey Levin voters. There are people who don't like either one of these candidates. They're the double haters. And what they're seeing from this is when George Clooney spoke out, this is the push. And it's not just happening, on sets in Washington, D.C. This is playing out on phones and on apps. This is younger voters. They skew younger. They skew more female. They're seeing this everywhere they go, not just People Magazine, which you have here on the table, but on their phones. Right. And that's why the Clooney thing is a push that is significant.
Yeah, I mean, George Clooney.
And it involves money as well.
Right. And he is sort of, I was reading, forgive me for blanking on which outlet exactly had sort of laid this out, but his category of celebrity is much different than the vast majority of actors.
Democrats take him seriously as an
Joe
activist.
Biden takes him seriously. They have a long-standing relationship. This goes back a long, long time for Biden, and so it was personally an affront to him and a hurt to him to have Clooney speak out against him. I think one of the things that's in the reporting also is that part of what seems to have gone wrong here is that fundraiser in Los Angeles, and then maybe the jet lag that grew off of it. The only reason why they flew Biden from Italy across all the way to Los Angeles overnight to that was because George Clooney, who they wanted to do the event, said that was the only day available in his shooting schedule. So there is a frustration then that comes out that then Clooney is the one who took the shot at Biden. And there are a lot of layers to what's going on here.
Is the president allowed to look George Clooney in the eyes? How does that work?
Final thought.
I will just say, I think the underlining thing that is frustrating a lot of people is that Dems might be missing the point, is that the reason why people may be speaking out against Joe Biden, or Joe Biden is staying in this race, is because we understand the existential threat that Donald Trump is. And in all of this, it feels like a circling, firing, whatever they're now, the firing squad. Yeah. When
Can't wait for Donald to walk back in there and stroke his head through that toupee, to that mullet, And he goes, "We're gonna make America great again, baby." Woo! I'm here for it, y'all. Seeing CNN turn on Democrats. I'm here for it, man. I am here for it. Boy. Our democracy. Oh. Our sweet democracy. Oh, it's coming. It's coming. I hope you're ready. Hey, y'all, I hope the barbecue pit is getting hot right now. Turn the music on. It's time to boogie. It is time to boogie because it's coming. Oh, sweet landslide.